Hey, I want to welcome everybody to a special showing of Steel City Sports World. I'm your host, Luther Dupree, always joined as always with my partners. Let me move that from the screen. We got Smokin Jim Frazier, Claudio Rosano. I want to thank everybody for coming on. So move this here. All right. Smokin Jim, Claudio, what's going on in the new year?
Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year to you both.
Hey, Lou.
All right. Finally got that logo out. It didn't want to move for a minute. Again, I want to thank everybody. Our first show of the year. Make sure you all call in 412-758-9038. Talk to the Hall of Famers in the house, Claudio and Smokin Jim. I want to get it started. We got our Steel City news, some reflections, and we got to start it off with the one and only. And I don't know how many Hall of Fames he's in, but he's in a lot of them. We got to go to Claudio Rosano. What's going on, buddy?
Thank you. What's going on? Happy New Year to everybody again. Before I start on, I got to say my uncle and my family in Italy are watching, but they're not watching because of me. They love Luther and Jim. So ciao, Tonino, Scienza, Cugino Daniela, and Cugino Davide. So hello, ciao to them in Italy. And again, Happy New Year to everybody again. Repeat. The past couple of months, two coaches have been on the hot seat. In October, the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, Kevin Cash, for his taking out Blake Snell when he was dominating the Dodgers in the World Series, yanking him way too early, and everybody got on the manager. And just the other night, Doug Peterson for the Philadelphia Eagles put the brakes on the team winning against Washington, and everybody's on the coaches. Now, I don't know this for sure. This is my opinion. But in my opinion, those two guys, there's no way in hell that those two coaches would do something like that. I've never met a coach who didn't want to win. Okay, I understand about draft picks or whatever the case is. I don't believe they did it. I believe some suit in the stands and the press box made this decision before the game even started. And not only was the decision terrible, but what's even worse, if this is true, is they let those two managers, or coach and a manager, take a pounding from the press and from their fans and from their own team. Okay, they always talk about accountability. Well, if they made these moves, the suits who really made the decisions prior to the game should take accountability. Say, wait, the coaches only did what me, the general manager, or the owner, or the president of the operations, whoever made those crazy decisions, terrible decisions, it wasn't on them. I'll say it again. The team owners should pay the bills. The GMs should get the players, let the coaches coach. I just cannot believe that those two coaches would make such crazy, terrible moves that lost the games. I just don't understand. I don't see it.
Okay. All right. Of course, we got the one and only Smokin Jim Frazier in the house. I got to put a disclaimer out there. The words you're about to hear don't reflect my thinking or Claudio. Smokin Jim stands alone, and we're going to let him go. Jim, what you got for us?
Hey, Lou. Just a few short weeks ago, Coach Mike Tomlin was up for NFL Head Coach of the Year. He ain't getting it. Big Ben won't get a vote for MVP. What we do know is the Pittsburgh Steelers lost the last 4 out of 5 games. This is the most overrated, overinflated team in NFL history. They padded their stats with 11-0 by beating bum quarterbacks like Brandon Allen, Jake Luton, Tracy McSorley, Ryan Finley, Garrett Gilbert, Cooper Rush, and R.G. Me. Now they're playing the greatest player in Cleveland Brown history since Jim Brown, Shakin' Baker Mayfield. He won the Heisman Trophy, 75 touchdown passes in 3 years. And just like in Cleveland, Baker Mayfield will turn Heinz Field into his house.
Oh, my gosh. Smokin Jim going to be wrong again. Hey, we got Sindell Taylor.
Hey, Sindell.
Hey, Sindell.
Hey, what's up, Sindell? Always supporting the show.
Happy New Year, Sindell. Happy New Year.
Definitely Happy New Year. Listen, I want to go back to a memory that I have, 2020. Most of it was bad, just like for everybody else. But one thing I did get to do, I was able to cover the Westinghouse game with Kelly Russell. They got their back-to-back championship. And I just wanted to replay just something that we taped. I think it'll show something that was really good from last year. I want to run that. It's about 8 minutes long. Enjoy the clip, and we'll be right back. Get this clip ready here. Man, it was just a great year. One of the great things. I was glad Kelly was able to go over there and cover it with
This quarterback, he's shot.
All right, you see the crowd getting into it. Great job, Yo, this Westinghouse team, undefeated, only a sophomore. I think he's only the second sophomore we ever awarded this. Great job. Just talk about the game, man. Just talk about the game.
We was down 12-0. We came back. We fought hard. Got a great team win. We back-to-back champions. Let's get it.
That's what's up. Now listen, man. We gonna get everybody. Listen. Now you was down 3rd-19. I think that was 3rd-19. That was down 12. Now the biggest play in the game. Man. Just talk about it. You were under pressure. I thought you were going to get sacked. And we'll talk about that whole play.
I rolled out. I was trusting my receiver, Jake King. Threw it on the top. Sonny took it to the crib.
I just want to say, man, you showed a lot of heart. Started off the game pick and came back. Just talk about your resilience, man. You're only a sophomore. I mean, what were you thinking? Because you all were up all year, undefeated, and y'all were finally down. Just talk about how you all were going to stay together as a team.
Coach said we was going to fight the adversity, and that's what we did. This was our first time being down by 2 touchdowns. We brought it back.
Okay, that's what's up. Hold up that one trophy. One time, 2020 MVP, player of the game. Give it up to him. I just wanted to go all the seniors, and every time you touch the ball, we were here last game against Rashid. They scored. You immediately came back with an 80-yard touchdown, man. You're electric with the ball in your hands. Just tell the viewing audience a little bit about yourself and about this team and this year.
This year, it was a crazy year. It came out like a whole lot of COVID. I didn't think it was going to have a season. But my offseason, it was like different. Like, I'm really trying to be the best. Like, my offseason mindset was, and I'm thinking like I got to do this. Like, it's got to be me. Like, I got to run the city. So that's what I did. I worked hard. I came out and make sure I'm dominant with the ball. Make sure I live up to the hype. And then come out one. I appreciate them for being with me all the way through. All the pain and everything. It was nice.
I was saying this is a team I wish really could compete in the PIAA. This team with you as a playmaker, young quarterback, I think you all really could do something this year, man.
Yeah, that'll be an amazing opportunity, but I guess the city got it out. I think we'd have did great. It would have been a great experience for the young guy. I wish I would have had with him, but hope they carry on next year. Open it up.
Real quick, man. Can you do your dance for us one time, man? Do it real quick. Go. All right, Luther Creek, Steel City Sports World. I got the receiver, one of the biggest plays of the game. It was 3rd-19. Quarterback was under heat, and somehow you found a way to get open, man. Just talk about that whole play. Y'all was down 12-0, man.
So I always tell my quarterback, it's like 7-Eleven. I'm always open. I'm always open. So I told him, roll out. I'm going to beat him. It's man-to-man. I'm going to beat him. I beat him. I was open. He looked. That's what happened. Touchdown, 85 yards.
Man, you guys have playmakers. I was telling Darius and Keyshawn, I think you all could have made some noise this year in the PIAA, man.
Yeah, I believe so. That's why I wanted to really go to state. I wanted to go to states after this.
Listen, but you all have such a young team. So many sophomores making plays, man. Back-to-back titles. What you think? What's in the future for you guys?
We're going back-to-back. We're going back-to-back probably for the next 2-3 years. Okay. We have now seniors that are 32, 34 players. That's going back-to-back. Okay. Same team next year.
All right, look, man, I'm saying next year, hopefully this COVID stuff is behind us, man. We need a city team to do something in the PIAA. I think y'all could do it.
Yes, we will be the team to do it. We will.
That's what's up. I love the confidence. Great job, man. I appreciate seeing you guys out there. Much success, man. All right, man.
Kelly Russell still in the sports world out and about with the two-time City League champion coach Dante Green. How's that feel to hear that? Two-time.
Amazing. I'm just excited for our guys, for them to be able to experience something like this. And it's just awesome for the program.
The one theme I've been hearing is we've interviewed some of the players. They talk about resiliency and overcoming adversity. Down 12-0. Luther's been talking about the third and 18 play where Keyshawn hits number 2 for the touchdown that basically turned the momentum of the game, where you guys basically scored 30 unanswered points and really took control. What were you saying to the guys to keep them focused that even though we're down 12-0, we're not out of this game?
To be honest, I didn't say anything. Okay. And the reason why, something that we preach every single day is being able to face adversity and being resilient in adversity. And last week we were down by 6 and they responded well. So this week, being down by 12, it was really good to see how they responded. So it's something that, we preach every single day. We talk about it. We talk about how to, because we have a young group. So I wasn't sure if they knew, but tonight showed me that they are resilient.
And now that we're older, it's one of those things. I'm a firm believer that those lessons that you learn in sports about resiliency and overcoming adversity will help you truly in life as you get older and teach that to the next generation. I also want to talk about the unfortunate thing of the city not going into the PIAAs. We really feel this team had a shot to go to the PIAAs. You guys can make noise. Could you talk about, I know actually I combine this somewhat with what has it been like coaching in a COVID year that none of us have ever seen in our adult life. Talk about what it's been like to coach this team, not just this team, but also as a teacher dealing with school districts and things closing online. How's it been just coaching and being a teacher or whatever have just dealing with 2020, so to speak?
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster ride from the beginning. Not knowing if we were going to have a season, if we had a season, if we didn't have a season. So just the back and forth was very unstable for me, and I don't like being in unstable situations. But man, my coaching staff just did an awesome job of just reaffirming me that we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Give what they get, give what they take. Take what they give. So it's just been crazy this year. But again, to my guys, just being resilient, taking weeks off and coming back and just not knowing what was going on. They just stuck with it, and they stuck with the program, and this is the end result.
And they might not necessarily be your guys like these guys, but even though they're going, I'm gonna point over here because the old Westinghouse bar showed up and showed out. What is that like to see the old guard show up and show out for Westinghouse in the championship game?
The championship is like a family reunion. We got guys coming from Virginia all around that came to come see our guys play this year. So, it's awesome. The support of the community is always the backbone of our program. I love each and every one of them, and I'm just so happy that they were able to witness a back-to-back champion.
Something I agree. We were right behind them, and there's different chants and cheers that they were doing at times. Like, had to put them on cameras, like. Coach, once again, congratulations. Wish you guys are going on to the PIAAs, but there's always next year. Take care, be safe, keep the guys safe, keep them focused on these books and in school, but well, online at least in school. And then hopefully one day, come 2021, life will somewhat get back to normal. Yes, sir. Congratulations again.
Great job,
All right, fellas. We covered the game. That was the highlight of our sports coverage last year. Claudio, actually, let me start with Jim. Your sports highlight 2020. You did get the email this time. I know you always act like you didn't. You got that, right, Smokin Jim?
No, I didn't get it, but I've never seen a mask as big as yours, Luther, and that's for sure, man. But hey, man, hey, congratulations to Westinghouse. I didn't get the memo to show up for the game this year. Hopefully, I'll get it next year and get the invitation. Somehow it got lost. It got lost in the mail. I didn't know we were doing the game this year, but hey, congratulations, man. Football's always better when Westinghouse is playing well, man. I grew up, learning and hearing all the stories about, the Westinghouse Bulldogs, what pride they have, man. And then over the years, it was Brashear Bullets and Perry Commodores, the Blue Steel, and now it's Alderdice and Westinghouse and some other teams, man. Really a lot of pride in the city, man. I just hope that they continue to get the numbers. I think the guy said 34 players which is great for their classification, man, because they can practice and get better, man. I like that number 2, whatever his name is. He's going to be a star, that receiver. I like his demeanor, and I tell you what, I'm hoping next year they get an opportunity to see what they can do against the PIAA. And the word of advice, stay away from Gateway.
Oh, here you go. Of course. Hey, listen, we do have a Claudio, real thoughts. Any thoughts 2020? Because we did have a guest caller streaming in.
Well, real quick, first, it was good to see Kelly Russell. I haven't seen him in a while, but
Right.
Congratulations to Westinghouse. And what's that?
I'm saying right. Yeah, it's hard to find Kelly, man.
Right. But as far as highlights, it was I on my show the other day, I asked my 2 guests, I said, what were the highlights? And we had trouble thinking of any. But the thing for me, a couple of things that the hockey, football, well, not football yet. Hopefully football does finish. Hockey finished, basketball finished, and baseball finished. So the major sports did finish their seasons, and it's looking like football will as well. As far as some other highlights, for me, I think 2 events in boxing were highlights, and that's the Fury Wilder fight. I thought that was entertaining, and the Holmes Jones fight. Jones Tyson, not Holmes. Jones Tyson fight was entertaining.
Right.
Now, if it was a normal year, there'd be more to choose from. But what stood out to me was definitely that. I enjoyed the Wilder Fury fight, which Jim called right on the button. Luther was wrong, and I was in between. But
I didn't know.
And I enjoyed it. What's that?
I didn't know Fury was going to have his gloves loaded. That's why I was wrong on that.
Well, and then I enjoyed the Tyson Jones event. I mean, it was good to see 2 legends in the ring again. And so those are my highlights. The season's finishing, Wilder Fury, and Tyson and Jones.
All right, hey, that's a great segue. I got my brother Tyson in the house. Tyson, you with us? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, man. So we're moving right on to our Steeler talk. What are your thoughts this season? 12-4. What are your thoughts, and what do you think about the playoff chances coming up? Thanks for beaming in.
Well, 11-0, and you only win 1 more game. That's kind of disappointing. But if we can make some noise in the playoff, I'll be happy with that. But you just can't win this Cleveland game and then you go against the next team and lose. I feel like it'll be a disappointed season.
All right. Now, okay, so for this Browns game, what do you see happening here? Last week we played 24-22. What are your thoughts?
I don't see the Browns winning. I don't care. I don't see the Browns winning this. First of all, you barely beat this team with Mason Rudolph trying to give you the game.
Right.
And hopefully, did you guys peep that 4th quarter? I mean, were the refs even near? I mean, it was just like,
hey man, I saw a lot of holding calls missed. I saw a lot of pass interference calls. Even a touchdown to Chase Claypool looked like it could have definitely gone through.
Oh, I just thought, like, are these guys really cold and they just want to get it over with, or because that even when Cleveland was trying to end the game and Baker Mayfield was scrambling and all that, the guy's getting tackled, man. I'm like, so we're not gonna call anything, okay? And so I was just like, okay, so they just want Cleveland in. All right, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Hey Tyson, did you see real quick? Did you guys see the Seattle? Who they play? Whoever Seattle played.
The Rams.
Yeah. Okay. Did you see the sack that I think the cornerback for Seattle had, and they called it roughing the passer, and it was nothing.
I saw that.
I
did see that roughing the pass. Right. I was like, "Are you? What are we doing?"
Tackle. I don't understand that at all. I mean, they should penalize that referee because that was ridiculous. That was a straight tackle.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand the day that it fell.
Yeah. Hey, Tyson, you got a few more minutes to get my brother Tyson, what's he call it, or Trey, the optimist, coming into the room. What's up, Trey? Hey, thanks for coming through, bro.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? Finally got you on. Wanted to get your thoughts, man. I mean, I've been going back and forth with these guys for a while. Trey, what's your thoughts on the season and this playoff? against the Browns?
You know, the name says it all. First off, good to see you
Optimist.
guys.
All right.
Thanks for inviting me to the show. But yeah, I think that the Steelers. I think it should be an easy game. I agree with.
Do we have those? Do we have easy games as Steeler fans, bro? I don't know.
Am I what?
Do we have easy games as Steeler fans? I'm not sure about that, man.
I don't think this next game is going to be a big deal. I think it's going to be a pretty easy game. I think it'll be one-sided. You know, I don't see us going too much further than the Browns, though, to be very honest. Like, I think we'll have an easy one with the Browns, and then after that, we're going to have some problems. You know?
So he's the realist, too, not just the optimist. He's the realist.
So you all in on the Bills. If the Bills get past, I guess the Colts, you all in on the Bills.
The Bills is a solid team, man. I like what they got going in Allen, defense. I like what they got going on. I think they got a good team.
Okay. All right, but you still got KC as being the number 1 overall coming out of the AFC. You don't think anybody could challenge them?
Yeah. You know what? I'm not ready to rule. It's something about the Titans still. I know that might be one of those dark horses, but there's something about the Titans. Like when they're playing really good ball, they're playing good ball. So I'm not ready to. I see somehow the Titans making a good run this year. I still think it'll be KC coming out, but I think the Titans are going to make it a tough run.
Okay, all right. So you got Lamar Jackson going out against the Titans again in the first round. This will be back-to-back years against the Titans.
Yeah.
I think what he's saying, he got alligator arm Hollywood Brown with a yellow streak down the middle of his back, knocking out the first round, man.
Hey, Tice, you would weigh in on that?
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with what he's saying. You know, I think KC not playing for a week. You know, that sometimes hinders the team. You know, when going in, being that layoff. So I don't know.
That's a good point by Tyson because Kansas City's a passing team. A lot of timing. I think it's a good point.
Okay. Hey, man. I mean, y'all want to add anything else? I want to talk about the NFC. I appreciate you guys coming on. I want to hog up your time, man. But I appreciate you guys tapping in. What about the NFC? What do you guys have coming out there?
Downtown Antonio Brown gets his Super Bowl, man.
So does that mean they going out in the first round, Tim? What's that mean?
No, hey.
Chase Johnson come after Tom Brady.
That'll be the real Saturday night. Will be the real march on Washington.
Hey, real quick, who's the MVP? A lot of people said Aaron Rodgers. I got Derrick Henry as being the MVP. We got a lot of feedback coming. Who you guys got? I got to be Derrick Henry. 2,000 yards.
Hey, Luther, remember when Barry Sanders went over 2,000? Him and Brett Favre got co-MVP. I like to see a co-MVP this year.
Between him and Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Man, I like Derrick Henry. You take him off that team, they don't win 5 games. I mean, the quarterback, what did he do when he was with Miami? He was about to be out the league. He gets all of a sudden he's all pro. He's able to make all these plays. Derrick Henry's the
overrated.
Now,
you doing the dishes, Lou? Are you doing the dishes, Lou?
I don't know. What
we getting some static. Honey-do list.
Yeah, if you take Aaron Rodgers off that team, they don't win 5 games.
Good point.
They got a top 10 quarterback as a backup, man. You know, listen, when you got Devontae Adams back there, they got a running back, Jones is a monster. I mean, of course they wouldn't be as good, but they still be a solid team without Rodgers.
You say that, but when he was out that one year, did they make the playoffs?
Good point.
There you go.
Quarterback, bro. Come on, man. I'm giving it to Derrick Henry, hands down, but I think it's gonna go to A-Rod. It's a legacy award. another, chip on him. But again, quarterbacks can have their own award if he doesn't get it. Derrick Henry, 2,000 yards. This man is running against 8 in the box every week because nobody respects his passing game.
Well, let me ask you something before I get off of here.
All right.
Is T.J. Watt going to win defensive MVP?
If there's any justice, yes, he will. I believe he will. I think he could have won it the last 2 years. I got him as MVP. I don't know
what 15 sacks get you MVP now, huh?
He lit.
That ain't even a Steeler record. That ain't even a Steeler record. That Mike
Harrison got it for 16.
15 sacks in a season, huh? Yeah,
Harrison got it for 16.
Got the record
exactly.
At 16, yeah. 15 ain't 16.
Did
Mike Merriweather got 15 and didn't get it. Huh?
Did he lead the league in sacks this year?
But Jim, he sat out the game too, though. Jim, you got to remember that.
That's Coach Tomlin's fault. That's Coach Tomlin's fault.
Yeah,
that's Coach Tomlin's fault. I'd have played him. That ain't the voters' fault. Aaron Donald plays inside. He gets triple team. If you're saying that Henry is seeing 8 people in the box, Aaron Donald's getting triple team. And
Jim called that last week about T.J. Watt maybe being hurt and not playing that last game.
T.J. Watt probably would have had 20 sacks this year if Cam Hayward played any kind of ball. $17 million waste.
I was waiting for you to call out somebody, Jim.
Oh, wait. Hey, Jim, hold on. How can you say that about Cam, but don't say nothing about Tuitt, though?
One play a game to it.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Game to it.
But he had more sacks than Hayward this year.
Yeah, everybody almost we almost had more sacks than Hayward.
Hey, Tice, I appreciate you coming through, man.
All right, you guys take it easy. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
All right, let me get you to weigh in on this Smokin Jim. So who do you have as defensive player of the year?
Well, first of all, it's a garbage award. Number one. Number two, if it came down to, I hope T.J. Watt, because I've been saying all along, he's the greatest linebacker in Steeler history. Now I'm saying he's the greatest defensive player in Steeler history. I hope he gets it, but don't act like he deserves it. Aaron Donald, man, is just as deserving, and he's in the playoffs as well. So, and they play 2 different positions. Apples and oranges. Maybe give a co-award. Aaron Donald.
Jim, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Jim, let me ask you a question. Week after week, a lot of people, including Tyson and you today, said that if Tuitt would have played better or Cam would have played better, is Aaron Donald depending on anybody for the Rams, or is this all him? You know what I'm trying to say? Like it seems like everybody's saying that Watt needs help to get to the quarterback. Is it just Aaron himself, or does he have some guys helping him get to that quarterback?
Well, I think he's dependent on Sue not to start shooting police helicopters like Ernie Holmes did. You never know what Dominic Sue's going to do. But hey, Aaron Donald is a target. This guy's a beast. He went to a high school near Gateway. This guy, it's just, when you play inside like that, listen, Gastineau, those are the type guys that deserve, that was clear MVP. Mark Gastineau with the sack dance, 20 sacks. When you get 20 sacks, then you're deserving of the the MVP. 15 sacks, man, you ain't even got the Steeler record, man. Mike Merriweather did that. You know what I mean? So, I hope he gets it because, like I said, as far as a player, he's the best defensive player in Steeler history, in my opinion. But as far as everybody saying he deserves the award, no, he hasn't done anything that we haven't seen before. It's just like Aaron Rodgers. He'll get the MVP, but he hasn't done anything we haven't seen. We've seen 50 touchdowns in this league, 55 passing touchdowns in this league. He didn't hit that, so he should get co-MVP. With a guy that ran for 2,000 yards. I have no problem with that. But who cares about individual awards? I wouldn't have that award in my basement.
Well, Jim, I see all kind of awards on your wall back there. So and you're not in your basement.
Hey, Luther.
You get all kind of awards.
Hey, Luther, the newest award I got hanging up is the Derek Watt Soft Chin Award. Glass and Derek Watt's chin. I got that award for it. He deserves
he hit
that.
that knee hard, Smokin Jim.
Yeah,
Stop,
yeah. Was that the referee's knee or the wide receiver's knee?
Hey, Luther, real
He
quick,
ain't been
I
back
still have a
since.
hard time.
And you talking about the Steelers ought to put Watt in there to block on goal line for what? To get him killed?
He's a
Luther, you know what?
hard to watch. I'll put him on. I hope they he was talking about Houston trying to get out of there. I say bring JJ here. Have all the Watt brothers here. That's a guaranteed Super Bowl. So I like
Luther,
them all.
I tell you what, I still have a hard time saying that either Antonio Brown or Chase Claypool or Watt are better than any of the Super Steelers in the 70s. I just still can't say it. You think of Joe Green, Mel Blount, Jack Ham, Jack Lambert. I still have a hard time saying Watt is better than those guys. I think he's deserving to be in that class or in that group. I still have a hard time saying he's better, just like Antonio Brown, or I know Jim says Claypool, which is still way early. I still can't say that they're better than Stallworth and Swan. No way.
Hey, Claudio, did you hear what Bruce Smith said? Bruce Smith said that J.J. Watt will break his record. Now, I don't know what Bruce was smoking. That's a lot of sacks.
Losing 4 Super Bowls in a row.
200 sacks, man. So I guess it's getting easier. I guess it's getting easier and easier for everybody to say that J.J. Watt is the greatest, even though I said it on draft day in 2017 and took a lot of heat for 4 years. I'm not taking that much heat anymore, am I, Luther?
You get some right here and there, Jim. Hey, but now you also said some negative comments about this draft class.
I gave it a D. I gave it a D, didn't you?
That is an absolute disgrace. You're wrong again, Jim. You give it a D. But when you look at the all-rookie teams, Alex Highsmith made it. He's a starting outside linebacker on a 12-win team.
He was on it for what? He got 1 sack this year. He got 1 sack this year. How did he get on it? Don't he look lost out there?
And Chase Claypool had 11 touchdowns, Smokin Jim.
Yeah. He should definitely be on it. Hey, did Wonderlick Highsmith make it? Did Wonderlick Highsmith make it?
Can I finish, Jim? If you get 3 starters on a playoff team, that's a good draft. Would you agree with that? And you didn't have a first round pick.
No. I just think that you get 4 out of 5 games that you lost going into the playoffs. That's what 3 rookies will get you. 4 out of 5 losses.
Don't move the goalpost. Don't give that fake news. Don't do that Trump stuff on here today.
You asked me a question, I answered it.
You moved the goalpost. I said, if you get 3 starters on a football team, is that a good draft? I say it is.
No. Do you wait a minute? You saying Highsmith is better than Bud Dupree? So
I'm saying he's starting. I'm saying he's starting. He's getting better. Is he starting right now? There's guys that are rookies. He's starting over those guys.
They're starting Vince Williams, and he covers like Matt Millen on passing downs, man. They're forced to play somebody, Lou.
Did he get the job back? Is he
No.
Yes, he's gotten better and better every week, Smokin Jim.
Vince Williams? The best Vince Williams look was when he was out with COVID.
No, I'm talking about
man, Vince Williams covered like Matt Millen.
Listen, that's not his specialty. I agree. He's not a great cover guy, but he's a good run stopper. That is his specialty. But I'm saying those 3, and also McFarland did get to play. He won't get to play in the playoffs.
Thank goodness.
He won't get a helmet.
I still like him. I still think he's got some talent.
he has potential, Smokin Jim.
Yeah, that's why they're drafting another running back next year. Ha!
Hey,
They
listen,
didn't,
they
use him right.
brought him in
They
to
didn't
be
use him right.
the back, and I don't think they used him right. I agree.
Boy,
I said all along,
Jonathan
that's the
Taylor
very
would have
first
looked.
day they had him.
Did Jonathan Taylor run for 247 yards this week, Lou? Boy,
Was
would he
he-
have looked
was
good
he-
in the
was he a
Steelers
high
uniform.
draft pick? He was one of the highest rated draft
J.K.
picks. I went with
Dobbins.
him.
J.K. Dobbins. Woo-hoo! Man, some of them guys would look good.
Right. I hear you. And you have a call. Caller, can you say your name, where you're calling from?
LD.
LD. Hey,
What's
LD,
going on,
did you
LD?
hear? Did you hear Luther earlier tell Westinghouse to stay away from Gateway?
Never. That was all you.
I know he didn't say that. I got a question for all three.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Last time the Steelers ran the ball 3 times in a row in a game, just 3 times in a row.
Wow.
I don't think it was
1976 when the Steelers played Baltimore.
I don't think they've done it. I don't think they've done it since Ben's rookie year. Ben's rookie year, they did it.
Hey, Luther, I spoke with LD off the air, and he said the reason why Roethlisberger had the first half not good against the Colts and the second half good against the Colts is he took off some equipment like Deontay Wilder with that suit he wore into the ring. LD called it. LD called it. He said Roethlisberger's going to take off the pads. He came back. He started throwing bullets. Good call, LD.
Hey, LD, what were you saying, man?
Okay, just moving on to something else. Somebody said, Watt, I just want to make a comment. Watt would have 20 sacks already if Dupree hadn't got hurt. What do you think?
Dupree didn't get hurt last year.
We're playing better this year than last year.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I definitely
That's
agree
true.
with that. Both were playing better this year than last year. You're right.
Yeah, I think Watt would have had at least 20 by now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, LD.
Yeah, when Dupree went down, he started getting all the double coverage. You're definitely right on that.
Man, I just hope that. Hey, LD, do you hope they bring Bud Dupree back? I do. Give him Cam Hayward's money. I'd be happy. Get rid of Cam.
Jim, a few weeks ago, you were saying that's Highsmith was going to make us forget all about Dupree. What
I was wrong.
You say that quite a bit when you go against me, Jim. You were wrong again.
I was wrong, man.
Hey, LD, one more thing now. We were talking about the draft pick, the draft. What do you think about this year's draft? And I said, when you get 3 starters on a playoff team, that's a solid draft. What are your thoughts?
Definitely. That's definitely true.
I mean,
Someone disagree with that?
well, Jim still says it's a D. I completely disagree with that.
I disagree. I got to give it at least a B.
Yeah, I think that's what I gave it that at the beginning of the year. I thought Claypool, I thought McFarland was going to do better. I thought he was going to get more chances. I'm very disappointed in him. But Dotson is better than I thought. He's still starting on the playoff team. Claypool was amazing. Highsmith is getting better and better every week. With those 3, you got to give it at least a B. And who knows? I'm not done with McFarland yet. He still has time. Maybe he can be that change of pace back. So I definitely agree with that. Claudia, what did you think about the draft?
I said at the beginning it might be a C or a B. I did like the Dotson draft pick, and he's proven to do well to be as advertised. McFarland, I'm not going to blame him. I just think that they haven't used him enough. I said at the beginning when they drafted him, he was one of those guys who might get 3 yards, 4 yards, 2 yards, 28 yards, 50 yards. I just think I like the way his legs move. There's something about him that I think he's explosive. I think Claypool did better than everybody thought he was going to do. Highsmith, he's all right. I think they're making a little bit of a bigger deal about him the past couple of weeks, but I would not say it's a D. I'm still going to say it's a B, and I don't rank it because of how many starters are starting, how many rookies are starting, because sometimes they're starting because they have no other choice. They have to start. Okay. Right. But I'm not going to say it's a D Maybe B. Maybe B was. If it is a B, it's because Claypool's having such a big year, and I'm going to stay with my pick and say a B.
Okay.
Hey, Luther. Hey,
Yeah.
Luther. Only thing 7th round draft pick Carlos Davis did was punch his teammate Bugs in the mouth twice. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
an F. How about strong safety Antoine Brooks from Maryland? That's an F. How about 5th round draft pick, Nick Van Nett, that tight end we got from Seattle that we had to lose the 5th round choice and never made the team. That's an F. We had no 1st round choice. That's an F.
Minka Fitzpatrick. Minka Fitzpatrick was the first pick. If you want to look at that.
Wonderlick McFarland and don't know his left from his right. And so right now that's an incomplete. I said before the draft that Chase Claypool was the best receiver in Steeler history. He's the only one out of that draft. Highsmith, I would trade him for a warm 6-pack.
He's getting better and better every week, Jim. Dotson, he's already the best guard we have right now on our offensive
I do like him. That's another one. I do like Dotson. I do like
Those
Dotson.
3 guys, like I said, if you get 3 starters as rookies, that's a solid draft right there. Yes, those other guys didn't pan out. There's still a chance with McFarland, but that's a solid draft, and that's why we're 12 wins in, and we got the Browns, and I think we can win there. And who knows, we might get Buffalo if they show up against the Colts, and I like our chances there. So, I mean, I definitely agree. LD, you still with us? All right, lad. Go ahead.
When McFarland runs the ball, seems like he doesn't know the plays very well. Looks like
Thank you.
I'm in a pulling for him, and he'll cut it up the middle.
Yeah.
Just do the opposite of what his blocking does.
Yeah, I think the vision of most of the Steeler running backs are questionable. Carter, his vision's kind of bad. Snell, he runs like he got a refrigerator on his back, and his vision's bad. McFarland, his vision's bad, and you could just grab him by the shoestring and he's going down. So, yeah, you're definitely right. Definitely C-D level running backs at the current time. But, hopefully we can get through this series and go from there, man. So
well, we know Highsmith is. We know McFarland. We know McFarland's high school teacher was Dexter Manley.
That's dirty. Hey, LG, you say? You think the Colts are going to beat the Bills? Wow. Well, that's
You're
true.
right. You're right, LD.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Okay, and just one more thing. College football. You have Fields and you have Lawrence. Now, I've seen both of those guys play. Lawrence is tough. He's good. But I've seen Fields play, and that guy's terrific, too. So I just don't know why there's such a big difference between the two of those guys.
All right.
Good point.
Good point. Hey, LD, once again, man, another great call. I appreciate you calling.
Thanks, LD.
So we'll answer that. I appreciate that. And he leaves the line open. Everybody call in. All right. Thanks, LD. See it. All right. Who wants to jump on that? Jim, Claudio?
Luther, he broke up a little bit. What did he say? What was the question?
I thought you all had heard that. He said about Lawrence, Trevor Lawrence, and also against Justin Fields. He said everybody's talking so much about Trevor Lawrence. He doesn't see much of a difference between the two. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think for me, I think it's, again, the body of work. I mean, there's no question that Fields had a big-time game. I think when you look at his body of work, at how efficient he was, how he moved in his arm, and just everything, the whole package, I think that he would probably be a safer first-round pick.
All right, Jim, your thought?
One of the best I ever seen, Trevor Lawrence, man. This guy, to be able to run the way he does with the mobility of a guy his size is pretty incredible. This is a guy that I believe won a national championship. Hey, listen, like Claudio says all the time, I mean, I love Justin Fields, don't get me wrong, He learned a lot when he was at Georgia and couldn't cut it there and transferred to Ohio State. But listen, Claudio says it all the time. If you draft somebody and you're wrong, you're going to lose your job. You
Right.
draft Trevor Lawrence, you got a job for life. I think Jacksonville will love it. But hey, Justin Fields been great ever since he got to Ohio State, and 50 touchdowns last year. He would have done it again this year if it wasn't for COVID. And he has an opportunity to knock off Alabama in the championship game. So hey, he's going to go in the top 5. He's going to go to a team that needs him, but he ain't no Trevor Lawrence.
All right. Hey, real quick, we got Sean called in. Sean, what's going on, bro? Thanks for calling in.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year,
Happy
Sean.
New Year, Sean.
How's everything going with you guys?
Doing all right, brother. Hanging in there. One foot in front of the other.
Hey, y'all know I'm up here in Ohio State country. Y'all see my young guy, Paris Johnson Jr. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
He put on Sunday field against Clemson.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You've been telling us about him for a long time, man. I was glad to see him get in there.
Yeah, they made sure to give it shots and everything. I was like, man, they making the country know he coming up next. And
wow.
The difference between Ohio State and Alabama and these other schools, like Paris, we call him PJ. You know, he can't even see the field. You see what he do as soon as he get on the field. You know, he's like just by pancaking a kid. You know, and then State, they got another kid from Southern Columbia in Pennsylvania, Julian Fleming. He can't even see the field at wide receiver.
Wow.
And then next year they got Marvin Harrison's son coming in as a wide receiver, and they got his quarterback. They both got St. Joe's Prep back-to-back 6A state championship in PA. So, like, these type of programs, Ohio State, Alabama, like Miami Hurricanes used to be in the late 80s, early 90s. They reload.
That's true.
Good point. Good point.
Definitely good point, Sean.
So, and another thing about Pierce, like he's a tackle. They had him at guard at that, when they had to go in the substitute for his teammate that got hurt for that position. So it's like, is he going to be guard, tackle? I can't say, but, you never know. So, I can't wait. This is going to be a great weekend of football.
Yeah.
7 games. So I just hope the NFL does not get too greedy and make the number 1 seed have to play in the future. Just have it like the way you got it now. You got 3 games over the weekend. Nickelodeon's even going to be showing a game over the weekend. So
really? Wow.
Nickelodeon? Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Showing one of the games. They're I think on Saturday it's just the network showing it, and then on Sunday they're going to do it. But whoever Nickelodeon is affiliated with, I think it may be CBS. It'll be like CBS/Nickelodeon. Like the Steeler game on Sunday night, I want to say that's going to be NBC, and then they got the Peacock network, so it'll be on the Peacock network.
I think the Nickelodeon is going to host the Tampa Bay Washington game because it's going to be like kids play. Tampa Bay's going to blow. Tampa Bay's going to blow them out.
I like that, man. Hey, real quick, Sean, because we got a couple more calling in. What do you think about this week? The Steelers. You think they could? How far can they go?
If they don't turn the ball over due to their defense, I think they could go to the Super Bowl. But they can't turn the ball over. They have a good defense. They had a defense to do it. It's just that their offense. And can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Just about boxing real quick. It looks like everybody wants Javante Tank Davis. So looks like he has some names he's going to have to pick from to choose for his next fight because Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, they all calling for Tank. So Tank's going to have to make a business decision, him or Floyd Mayweather. And unlike the 147, he's going to have to start fighting these top fighters now. Well, 147, while you on PBC, you fight everybody because Smokin Jim's boy, Bud Crawford, he's going to have to come over to PBC if you want a real fight.
I definitely agree. Bud Arum is put mud on his name. He's not getting on the big fights. I'm wondering if Crawford really wants it because he had a chance in 2018 to sign with the PBC. I wonder if he wants all the smoke. You know, I have my questions about Bud. You know, you pay Kel Brook $2.5 million and you lowball Sean Porter. I don't get it.
Yeah, right. Because they knew he wasn't going to take it.
Right. You know, and then you ask for 50-50 with Errol Spence Jr. Come on, that's not going to happen. Just take the 60-40. Make the fight.
He better take the 60-40 then become the man after he beat. I think Spence will beat my guy Earl. But if he beats Earl, which I don't think he'll beat him, then he become the man.
There you go, man.
Because Earl's the man at 147.
Oh, for sure. Hey, Shaw, always a pleasure, man. Appreciate the call, man.
Hey, guys, have a happy New Year's. And please stay safe with this COVID-19 because it's affecting my family. Please be safe with this COVID-19. Please be safe.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you, Sean.
Your family, man.
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
All right, peace. All right, real quick, we do have a call. We do have another text. Lorenzo Jackson on here. Evening. Remember January 2001 SCSW live visitors from DC Metro? Question: why are there media outlets in Berg that begin with W like KDKA? Isn't K for TV? Or radio stations west of Mississippi River? Is it Berg east of Mississippi River? Wow, he getting the geography questions out, Lorenzo. KDKA was the first radio station, and I think they just transitioned to TV. Am I right, Claudio? Is that your understanding?
They were the first one. Yeah, they were the first one. Yeah.
Appreciate that. We got a couple more minutes. Any last minute thoughts? I wanted to get you guys away. We had a lot of calls, a lot of people beam in.
Well, we know Rambo wasn't the first.
I gotta say, Vince Kaplack wrote a little note on the show. 25 years ago today, he won his first world championship belt in wrestling. So congratulations to Vinny. And looking forward to the game. Here he is. He just wrote us again. But so congratulations to Vinny. 25 years ago, I was there when he won the belt. That was his dream all his life, to be a champion pro wrestler. So he did it. So congratulations to him. And looking forward to the game this weekend. Cleveland should have done better against Pittsburgh. They didn't. With Pittsburgh having everybody back, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a close game, nip and tuck. But if you're a betting man, like you two guys are, I think you have to bet with Pittsburgh.
Okay. All right. Hey, we do have a question on here from Frank Jackson. What's up, Frank? Thanks for
What's up, Frank?
In again. What grade do y'all give Tomlin? Smokin Jim, you want to start that off before you jump in?
Well, he's the only head coach in NFL history that would break up a fight between a fourth string and a fifth string nose guard. Most head coaches got better things to do, but I guess he was watching the big screen like he always do. Hey, listen, the head coach of the football team is Big Ben, so I'm giving Big Ben and Coach Tomlin together B- this year.
All right, Claudia, what do you give him?
I've been criticized for saying I criticize Tomlin. I don't criticize Tomlin. I just don't know where his hands are. Okay, you'll look at San Francisco. That coach does the offense. You look at any of the coaches. Look at the guy in Dallas, McCarthy. He does the offense. The guy from the Rams does the offense. The guy from Cleveland does the offense. New England, Belichick does the defense. I'm not sure what he does, so I can't rip on the guy because right now I don't smoke in Jim's shoes, so I can't rip on his shoes. I don't know what kind of shoes he has on. I mean, if I knew what does he? I know he's a defensive guy. Is he making the defensive play calling? I don't know. Is he doing the offensive play calling? I don't think so. So I'm not insulting the guy. I'm not complaining about the guy. I've asked for a couple of years, what role does he play? Then I would be able to give him a grade.
All right. All that nonsense you guys are talking. Listen, you can't give him anything less than a B. It would be higher, but that losing streak at the end started off the last undefeated team. They beat 8 playoff. They played 8 playoff teams, went 5-3 against those guys. Can't give them anything less than that. Yes, they had some bad losses against Cincinnati. That was a terrible loss. And also, I think they should have beat Washington. Outside of that, They beat all the teams they should have and some other playoff teams. They swept the Ravens. They would have swept Cleveland this year if they didn't play the third stringers. Got to give them a B. Frank, I don't know what you give them, but I give them a B myself. We got 4 minutes. I wanted to get you guys some last-minute thoughts before we get out of here. Claudio, what's your thoughts?
Well, again, 2020 was a crazy year. Not a good year in a lot of ways. We don't want to end on a bad note. Just hoping 2021 provides some fun for us in sports, some entertainment in sports, some good memories in sports. And next year, this time, we can say this was a highlight. This was a highlight. But I do give the leagues that finished credit. It wasn't easy. It wasn't smooth, but somehow they finished. They made adjustments, which is what I talk about in coaching all the time, adjustments. Maybe they had to postpone a game. Maybe they had to move a game. Maybe they had to play a couple games a little too close to each other. And basketball was a bubble. Hockey did their thing. But you know what? They all did what they had to do. They completed. Very much looking forward to the playoffs. There's some great stories in the playoffs. And it'll be exciting. And again, sports is supposed to take your mind off of the other garbage that's out there right now. So hopefully, entertaining for it.
All right, Smokin Jim.
Well, you and Claudio keep saying that the Steelers only played in Cleveland, only beat the Steelers JV team. Well, after this game, I think Coach Tomlin will again say the Pittsburgh Steelers suck. Listen, when you played Baltimore, they had 30 players out with COVID. The Steelers barely beat them. Listen, Cleveland got a superstar. Baker Mayfield's the most underrated quarterback in the NFL. I got him right up there. I got Baker Mayfield is underrated. I got him rated up there right now with Josh Allen and Russell Wilson. Don't forget this week. Don't forget, young Bruce Arians is running the offense this week. Alex Van Pelt. The coach can come. Alex is going to be the head coach running the offense. I look for Baker Mayfield to pass, and pass some more. Baker Mayfield moves up into the Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers category with 400 yards, 4 touchdowns against the Steelers.
God, that's a disgrace, man. How much money you got on that game? Baker nowhere near. The only thing he's up with Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes is the number of commercials he has. He's nowhere near those guys.
Am I wrong in hearing that they said Stefanski for Cleveland could be in attendance for practice, but he can't be in attendance for the game?
No. Yeah.
Absolute man. So he'll be coaching from somewhere, so I don't understand it, man. He could coach all week, but can't coach in the game.
I don't understand that.
But Steelers will be without Joe Hayden and probably Eric Ebron, too, with the COVID violation. Right. So hopefully he can overcome.
Now, somebody said that Ebron couldn't catch a ball, so how the hell did he catch COVID?
I like that one. I don't know. We got to get out of here. Thank everybody for tuning in. This is Luther Dupree, Claudio Rosano, Smokin Jim Fraser, Sports World. Check us out on the website. Peace.